We've got a Gnawed Professor, an Environmental Sciences, and a Rise of Extus. We're looking at a Wormhole Serpent, an Inkling Summoning, or Unwilling Ingredient, or Witherbloom Campus. I think I like the Inkling Summoning here, with what we've got so far. Pillar Drop Warden is also good. Unwilling Ingredient's good. The Wormhole Serpent's good too. But I think that another Lesson seems good too. And it's a 2/1 flyer that you can often fly over the top of them with. It's pretty much always good when you get to play it. So now it looks like we have a giant spell we probably don't want to cast. I'm gonna Sciences and the Ink Summoning in our sideboard. I like the Honor Troll. I think there's a lot of 2/3 bodies for 3 that you can get. I think the Serpentine curve can be very good in green-blue. If we're green-black, the Honor Troll would be better. Maybe we just take the Honor Troll here. I could also see taking an Access Tunnel. But I'll take the Serpentine curve here. I like it a decent bit. Alright, so it does look like green is open. I wouldn't mind a field trip, but I think I want to take the Professor of Zoomancy here. Excuse me. It's just a very cost-efficient body. 4 mana for a 4/3 is pretty good already. And then having the Pest attached to it is also good. I like Brackish Trudge. I also like the Pilgrim of Ages, and I also like the Illustrious Historian. But we do want to play the Gnawed Professor. I wouldn't mind playing a field trip, but I don't think it's one of the better learn cards. So I'm happy to get the Professor here. This is a very late Biomathematician. This I feel like this is appropriate for it to be coming around this late. It is good. I mean, I do feel like there's some kind of black-red deck in this format that nobody's playing because there's no gold cards for it, where it's like sacrifice stuff or steal their things and sacrifice it. The Biomathematician is good. It goes with our Serpentine curve as well as just being a cost-effective creature. Okay, so we see a second Biomathematician or a Leyline Invocation. I think that we'd prefer the second Biomathematician over the Leyline Invocation. I like the introduction to Prophecy if you can pick it up late and there's nothing else you want over it. It's kind of sad to see a Lash of Malice here. And we only have the Rise of Extus that we currently are not really super able to cast. But I think the Biomathematician is good enough to take it over thinking about splashing Lash or doing something else like switching back to green-black. There's a Pigment Storm here, which is super late. But I think the Pest Summoning is decent, and I would like to take it. I don't think that this is like in any way a signal that red is very open. I think that there's a lot of reasons why someone might not take Pigment Storm. I think Pest Summoning is pretty much always good. Okay, here's an Access Tunnel we're pretty happy taking. Put this Pest Summoning in the sideboard. This Access Tunnel in the sideboard. So if we somehow end up in black-green, the campus could allow us to do some shenanigans. I guess we could just take the Letter of Acceptance here. Maybe this makes it into our deck. I think it's a better option than any of the duels or the black cards. This is, I'll take the unwilling ingredient here. It kind of almost seems like we're getting cut from blue and pushed into green-black. Square up is decent in combination with the fractals. Oh, this is a very late field trip. So green is absolutely open. And on the way back around like the next pack, we'll be getting oh, here's an Archmage Emeritus. Okay. The Archmage is, I would say, not a reason to be blue, but definitely if you are in blue already, it's very good. Passing the Mage Duel sucks, but this guy can draw so many cards. He's something they have to deal with. We're passing in Environmental Sciences and a Mage Duel, but I can't pass the Emeritus. So here's a pop quiz, but there's a Mage Duel in the pack. Let's look at our curve here. It looks like we're severely lacking on 2 drops, early drops. We don't want to play this. But I don't think I can take... This is also very good. Is this better than Mage Duel? I kind of think it is, because it learns. There's a lot of tokens that you can just destroy by taking it, too. I could be totally wrong about this, but we have a decent suite of learn cards. 1, 2, 3. That we can cast pretty easily. There's a few things in this pack that we want, but I'm gonna take the divide by 0. So I think we want the Mage Duel. Aerialist is often too easily blocked. Zephyr Boots are very good. They would be good with what we're doing, but this is a removal spell. Negate's also good. This is a tough pick here, but I think we go with the Mage Duel. We definitely need Amplimancer. How many creatures do we have? 5. But I don't think I want to take Amplimancer over Mage Duel. Alright, here's a Symmetrist. Or a Quandrix Pledge Mage. If there were a 2-drop, I could consider taking it over the Symmetrist. Sadly, we're probably not playing this. This seems very good. We are getting glutted on 4s. But we have a decent amount of 3s where I don't think that taking the Pledge Mage is right over the Symmetrist. It's got reach too, it stops their flyers, and we need that. Okay, so another Mage Duel here. I mean, do I just take the Barak Befuddler out of necessity? What do we have on our sideboard? We have... I don't think I can take the Befuddler over the Mage Duel. This is kind of greedy, and I do definitely need early drops, like we have none. But I'm gonna take the Mage Duel. I'm absolutely being a lunatic right now. There's another divide by 0. So we have 2 learn right now. 3 learn. 3 lessons. I think we'll get like a ley line indication back. I think I'm gonna take the divide by 0. Here's a decisive denial. It's kind of something we can play on turn 2. I would like another serpentine curve, but this is something to do early. Here's a pop quiz or a field trip. We don't have anything fat to ramp into that we want a field trip, I think. So I think we'll just take the pop quiz, even though we might not even play the pop quiz. It all depends on our next pack and how that goes. Okay, so here's a Witherbloom campus. I mean, how opposed are we to running this explosive welcome? Like, maybe we can just get to 8 mana and run the letter of acceptance? I don't think that's too wild of an idea. We don't have any late drops. We may have to run this Carrick, or maybe we just run the Adept. Yeah, I think I'd rather run the Adept over the Carrick. Alright. An Amplimancer came back, that's pretty good. This guy's good too. But I like the Amplimancer decent enough. We need stuff to be able to Mage Duel on. This would not be too bad with our 2 Biomathematicians, but I think I'll try the Golden Ratio. Oh, a Befuddler. Actually, I don't know if we even have enough creatures to run. We have 9 creatures to run the Golden Ratio. So this has 2, this has 1, this has 2. 2. 2. 5, 4, 4. 5, 4. I'm definitely looking for 2 drops, but Kelpie Guide's amazing. We would like some additional ramp, and I would run a Frost Trickster. There's also an Igneous Inspiration here. We only have one way to find land, but it's only for forests, and the letter splashing for Explosive Welcome is good, but not great. I think we can take the Kelpie Guide over the Frost Trickster. I think it's a little better. This is kind of a miss. It's pretty sad, actually. I guess we can take Opt. I mean, we could also take another Inkling Summoning. We have so much learn. But this is black. We can't even cast it. Alright. We could also take a second access tunnel. That seems like it makes your mana pretty bad, though. I'll take an Opt here. Over the Cogwork Archivist? Yeah. Counter. Serpentine Curve. How much learn do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 learn. How many lessons do we have? 1, 2. I think this deck wants the curve. There's a professor here, though. I think I just want the professor. The curve might come back. The professor won't. I do want another lesson. Oh, here's a Zimone. This is a Snap Zimone. I would definitely run a Prismari Pledge Mage just because we're so light on early stuff. Or a Scurrid Colony, so we'll probably get one of them back. Okay, so we're at the point where we're going to need to make cuts here. And I'm pretty sure that if we get a serpentine curve and a ley line back, we won't need to run the explosive welcome, and our land situation will be much better. This would be funny to make like a giant fractal summoning. So Helix or Drake? I think we take the Helix. It is flying and death touch, and that's pretty good, but we don't have anything that costs 5 mana on our deck, and this puts something back in our hand from our graveyard, and that's really good. This is a miss here, I think. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to play the subtraction unless we get like some, like 3 fractal summonings or something. So I guess while we have time to look, we'll see what kind of things we might be interested in cutting. I guess the square up probably doesn't make it unless we get a bunch of serpentine curves. The golden ratio also seems kind of unnecessary. So I don't want to play the subtraction really. I don't know if we'll play the whirlwind denial. This gives reach. We're hitting a few misses in a row here. It's not fun. Yeah, I'll just put this. We're not going to play this resculpt. Strategic planning. Oh, here's a ley line invocation. Yeah, we wanted one of these. Good. Cogwork Archivist, huh? I might play the Cogwork Archivist, honestly. Oh, here's another Serpentine Curve. Alright, how many spells do we have? 12 spells? Scared Colony is really good to get back. Alright. And an Implementor. We have to make some cuts. I think Whirlwind Denial is probably a good cut. This. Probably cut the Archivist. 26. I think we need the Befuddler. Alright, so we've got, let's see, our lessons. We only have 2 lessons, but having more learn is fine. I feel like the pop quiz is kind of underwhelming here. Field trip's good, the mage duels are good. This definitely doesn't get played. I kind of want to try and play the golden ratio. I mean, do we just want to play the explosive welcome? It's like the tiniest bit greedy, but play like 1 mountain. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 learns. to get our environmental sciences. This is 40? Oh yeah, it's because there's only 15 land. Okay, so we're looking at cuts here. How many creatures is this? 14, 15, 16. 16 creatures.12 spells. Really, it's 13. Oh yeah, I did say I want to try this golden ratio too. It draws us 2 cards, it's okay. It's divination. I could just cut 1 Amplimancer. Oh wait, I have to cut. I keep thinking that I have enough land in my deck, but I don't. 16, 17. Which means I have to cut 2 more cards. I mean, I can be like, alright, so how do we deal with flyers? Just divide them by 0, Aether Helix them, and then eventually Explosive Welcome or Mage Duel them? So Mage Duel without creatures is kind of bad. Maybe we don't need the golden ratio. We have the Archmage to draw cards. We have a few different learns. Four, two. We don't really have any 3 power things, which kind of makes it like unlikely that we'll be able to draw more than 2 cards with it. I think by that logic we'll cut it. I don't think we want to run the pop quiz though. Like it draws a card and gets you an environmental. Oh, we want to run this access tunnel. And cut. What do we have more of? We have more forest than islands. Plus we need double green more on 4 than we'd need double blue. Kinda wanna cut the Amplimancer. And this makes 40. 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures. I mean, Opt, I like Opt because it builds our Serpentine curves. And also is just something you can play for 1 mana that draws you a card or replaces itself. Playing Square Up seems kind of interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways of interaction. Maybe we run the Square Up over the Opt. You know, it's good with our Zoomancy tokens. It's good with our Reinvocation, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5 things it's good with. It's also just good with like 6, 7, 8 things. This just scries draws cards. Do we have problems drawing cards? We have this to draw us cards. We have this to draw us cards. That's 2 things. We have this to draw us cards. That's 3 things. I think maybe we should be a little greedy and take the gold. We could take the golden ratio and just be a little bit more greedy and not run the opt. But this, I think, helps smooth our draw, and we do have like our quality of 2 drops is not the best. So this smooths our draws a little bit. I don't want to be too scared. I think what we're doing is good. I think I'm maybe being a little too apprehensive that it's gonna work. Is 8-7 is fine, I think. Alright. Okay. Is there a consideration to run Pop Quiz and not Field Trip? Field Trip gets us double greened for turn 4 if we don't have it. And we have 2 things that are double green. Other than that, Pop Quiz might just be better. Wait, let me look. This is a sorcery. It puts it onto the field though, so it does ramp you. Never mind. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we'll do the odd explosive welcome splash. Oh my god. Okay, so any land gets us to Field Trip. And Field Trip gets us to Explosive Sciences. But if they're aggro, we're kind of fucked. I think we mulligan. This is basically non-existent. Can't cast this, we can't cast this, we can cast this but we can't cast any creatures. This will get us environmental sciences, but that's gonna be so slow. I think we mulligan. Alright, now this is much better. So Yeah, we're gonna keep this. It's hard to say I want to drop the Aether Helix. Because it gets something back. Maybe we drop a forest. I think we can drop the Aether Helix. Maybe we should be more greedy. I mean, this... Alright. Okay, this could go very poorly, but I think with Opt, we can afford to chuck this land, and this format I've been doing kind of poorly with, and I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, and I think one of my potential mistakes is being a little too aggressive and not being greedy enough with the value of my cards. Okay. Alright. What do we got? Mountain. Do we want that? So, it yeah, we'll take it. Cool. Okay, so do I want to run out Zimone or do I want to hold up Decisive Denial? Non-creature spell. They're playing Historian. They're playing red-blue or red-white. They're probably playing red-white. Turn 3, they cast. They don't have white mana. Or it doesn't appear that they have white mana. This helps us to put out land faster, but we only have one land, which we're going to play next turn, so we'd have to draw land for it to matter. I'm going to play the Zimone. Decisive Denial is good later. Zimone's best when we have her out already. They're probably just going to kill it anyway. We can't really stop them. Okay, so this is odd. No, definitely not going to block. Alright, cool. So... so I can Mage Duel that. Or I can just play the Kelpie Guide. The problem is that I can't do both. I think I'll just play the Kelpie Guide. It's ramp. Okay, so they are red-blue. Which means it might have been the play to hold up Decisive Denial. Okay. Righty. Hmm. So I can Mage Duel that. We're at 13, which is a lot of damage taken. If I Mage Duel, I can't hold up the Denial. Is it better than just playing the Colony? Probably not. Because I think... Yeah, we're gonna attack. I think that I would rather trade the Colony for the Historian than the Decisive Denial. Or, I mean, than the Mage Duel. But I also think we're just gonna take 2 here. This is probably the last time I'll take 2. From the historian, anyway. Okay. Alright. So we got our mana. With so much mana open, I think that I just want to swing with the Zimone and hold up Decisive Denial. That's a lot of mana for them to be holding up. Our Serpentine Curve would only be a 3/3. And we can't Decisive Denial and Mage Duel because they only have 1 creature. And our creatures aren't big enough to, like, double. Yeah, so I will block here. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with this trade. Because we're at 11, we've taken so much damage from that thing. Oh, man. Sheesh, sorry, buddy. I don't know, man. I feel like he should have known that was not the play. We can get our Kelpie guide back. I can Helix his letter of acceptance, but that doesn't seem that great. I think I'll just swing. I don't think I mind playing the Serpentine Curve here. 4/4 I think is good enough. Alright, well, you want to be impatient, you're getting muted. This is a thinking man's game. I'm on my timer, you're on your timer. You watch your own timer, I'll watch mine. You don't need to be goading me into acting faster. It's just rude. This is a sorcery. He has yet to play something that I really want to Aether Helix, so... I should not have swung with this. I think this is, like, definitely the first time I've actually played Quandrix, so... Alright. Pigment Storm, huh? It seems likely that he's gonna do the letter of acceptance. He's grabbing the pigment storm, which means I probably want a mage duel right now. I can Aether Helix and mage duel. What am I gonna get? My Kelpie guide? That was not how I wanted to do that. Okay. So that was gonna happen anyway. It's actually better because our fractal is still alive. If I put this down, he kills it. But if he kills this, I can get it back with the Aether Helix. So we canceled his culmination of studies and he had ingenious mastery, like... Didn't have counter for both. Here comes the explosive wolf. Or I mean the pigment storm, alright. Mm-hmm. We don't have... Okay, so... I mean, we can get the Zimone, or we can get the Kelpie guide, but... Neither of those help us against the Biblioplex assistant. We can put their campus guide back in their hand, but... We can already block that. If he put this back in his hand, he gets to get his Pigment Storm back again. He can just sack that. We do nothing. That's not good enough, I don't think. Alright. If we weren't at 6, I would take the Zimone. Oh, okay. Fair enough, sir. Alright. This doesn't stop his 2/1 flyer. So we're dead. Insult to fucking injury, bro. This fucking format, man. Jeez. I don't... Alright, so... Sure. I think that means we take this out. This never would have drawn us 3 cards that game. I think I like the denial in our deck. I almost want to take out the opt and run another creature. Just like a befuddler might be good. So Pop Quiz is an instant that draws you 2 cards, not 1. At least the befuddler has like surprise potential. I think that's a little better than the Amblemancer being good later. We have pretty good later game stuff. Gives us an extra creature. Do we just want to run the Pop Quiz instead of the Whirlwind Denial? Does our deck even need to ramp? I think we actually want to run the Pop Quiz over the field trip. Do we want to run both and take out something else? Like, what would we take out? Run both and take out the Whirlwind Denial? That doesn't seem that great. I kind of like Whirlwind Denial in this deck. Having 2 counters when you have stuff like Divide by 0 and I guess that's it. Alright, well, Pop Quiz and Divide by 0. You can hold back and either play that Maybe the denial isn't that great. Could play the ratio. This can just be a dead card sometimes. Whereas opt will always be good. I'm gonna run the opt instead. Can't afford to cut a mage duel. Alright. Alright. Trying to play the explosive welcome. Not a good idea, apparently. Oh, now that I think about it. Let's see. Alright. I feel like Explosive Welcome was just not good in that particular game. When that man had culmination, he had 2 X spells that drew him infinite cards. Like, I countered one and it was still... so we have nothing to do till turn 3, but that's kind of normal for our deck. We need a 3rd land, but I don't think we can mulligan a card that has such a good... Alright, awesome. So they're playing white. Alright, that's terrifying. I think we definitely divide this by 0. So it is an instant. Maybe it's actually better to just wait until next turn. Yeah. Because if we draw a land, we have different options next turn. And I think drawing a land next turn would be pretty good. Also, when he taps this, he doesn't get in for 1 damage. He has to spend more. He's tacking? Oh, it has vigilance. I forgot it has vigilance. Okay. So now we have the option of... So we can hold this, and then if he puts a counter on the next thing he plays, Wait, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, we definitely want environmental sciences, and we will swing for 3. My hope is that we can outpace what he's doing with Shale with just bigger stuff. We can fight the Shale. If he has a 1-mana trick, that would be terrible. We need a green. Okay, so we can't attack, unfortunately. No sparring regimen for you! That would be way too busted. So I can block the Eager First Year here. I think that's good enough. Sure. Trade. Yeah. He's aggro, we're not. Guess I'll play the Symmetrist here. I mean, I guess it's better if he has removal for him to use it on the Professor. And I don't really mind taking 1 from this. It's the counters that are a problem. Alright, so he gets to go learn. Inkling Summoning, probably. Which is good news for our Symmetrist. Okay. Sure. Alright. So, if we put the Symbology back into his hand, he gets to learn again. Aether Helix also does just straight up kill Inkling Summoning. If he spends his entire next turn doing that, and then we Aether Helix and kill it, it's pretty good. Which means we can either make a 6/6 or make a blocker for the 1/1 flyer. I think a 6/6 is good enough that this is worth it. He just surrendered at... Oh, he was on white mana. Maybe he needed another color of mana, probably. Alright, 1 win. We gotta win, boys. Let's go again. Greed is good. And stuff. Quel but? Okay, this is a great hand. Great hand. Oh, and we get to go first. The red will confuse him the most. We don't need double green until turn 4, and we don't have that. A squirrel! Squirrel. Here comes the illustrious historian. Mario Apprentice. So just a 2/2. There's no way he can cast something that's got 5 mana or greater. If I was going to learn, I would learn for environmental sciences to get to 5 faster. But no, this is an obvious. This is an obvious biomathematician. I don't think he'll trade, so I'm gonna offer it. And divide by 0 draws me a card with the Emeritus, which we're gonna play next turn. I mean, if he heated debates my Scourge Colony, like, I don't really care. Yeah, no blocks. Doesn't really make sense as an attack unless you have something like that. Okay, so it's 1 blue. He can scry. I don't think there's anything else he can do. If I divide that by 0, I can hit him for 5. I don't think we're in a rush. This is where the 5 mana spell gets us with the +1/+1 on the Apprentice, so we have to be careful of that when we're thinking about blocking. Yep. There's no way we block this because he'll just pump it and then kill. We could double block it, but it's not even worth it. Our board's better than his. Alright, cool. So now that he's done that, I can play the divide by 0 on my Scourge Colony to get it back in my hand so he loses it. Or I can put his Pledge Mage back in his hand, but then I still can't really swing. I can also just play this Gnarled Professor and learn. We could even just cycle with this. I kind of want to hold this divide by 0 up. I'm not blocking the Prismari Apprentice. Actually, I guess I could block because it would probably bait. It would probably like bait whatever it is. Alright, so here's where he tries to get us with the 5 mana spell. Or, I mean, I'll trade this for that, I don't care. Alright. Yeah, seems fine. My turn, huh? I think the value on this is higher than putting the Pledge Mage back in his hand. This effectively negates his Tempted by the Auric. Do I want the Sciences or the Pest Summoning? I guess I could also get rid of a land. 2, 3, 4, 5. We only need 6 land. I guess we need 8. But I think we just want the Pest Summoning. Yeah, I think I'll take the Pest Summoning for now. Well, we get to learn again, so... I think I just play this because it draws us a card. Dope. This is the reason why we didn't discard our lands. Alright. I'm glad I put this back in. Like, it doesn't do much right now, but we can go get environmental sciences with this, and then we have our 8 land. Uh-oh. Why am I not? Oh, it's because he put a stop. Alright. That's fair. So it makes it less worth it for me to cast my spells. Which is fine. Do I even care? This puts it onto the battlefield. But I can do both. I can play this and then discard. Damn. Squirrel. We're looking pretty okay here. Alright, he spent his whole turn killing my guy that... Oh, it's just a 5/4, I mean... Sure, it has trample. So, Aether Helix gets back our Professor, which seems good. I mean, we could also just fight. I think this is used probably better at this point as a counter. We could also just hit. I think we want to hit. I think I want to do this. Oof. How many pigment storms does this guy have? Just 2? Okay, so I'm gonna swing. Alright. We got there. Greed is good. Alright, gold tier 3, baby. Greed is good. Greed is good. Greed is good. And stuff. No, I don't want a Reckless Applemancer. I want exactly what we're running. I played the Explosive Welcome there because it was so expensive that we wouldn't be able to double spell with it, and we could play the Emeritus next turn double spell and draw 2 off of it. Decisive Denial also, like, we had removal, so Decisive Denial is kind of better to keep as a counter for their non-creature spells at that point. This is another great hand. Like, amazing hand. Lash, nope. Okay, so he doesn't have Lash in hand. Alright. I'm just gonna Mage Duel that immediately. I mean, okay, so I divide by 0 and go get what? Environmental Sciences, and then what am I ramping into? I could divide by 0, put it back in his hand, and toss an island to draw. But I think getting rid of that forever is just better. Okay. Because the next thing that he plays will most likely cost more. Oh, okay, so he takes one of my divide by 0s, that sucks. Gross, okay. At least we get to hold up divide by 0 even though he knows we have it. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Dope. This is interesting because next turn I have enough mana to play Kelpie Guide and then hold up divide by 0 if they try to kill it. They have so many resources that I think that's what I want to do. It wastes 5 mana or 3 mana, but I mean, if we draw something, what's the likelihood that we want to play it over? Okay. So I divide that by 0, I lose 3 life. But then next turn I can play something else. Yep. Yeah, the 3 life, I'm gonna take it from that thing anyway if I don't put it back in his hand. I don't need the land currently, so I'll take the pests. As soon as I say I don't need the land. Okay. So now I can play both of these, but I'll attack first. Play this first because he's 2 green and I don't want the auto tapper to screw me. Now he has the chance to kill our Kelpie guide, but if he plays the Owl and Shield Mage, like, he's spending his whole turn on that. Which, I mean, it's still good for him, but... Alright. Okay. Dang. So this is 7. We have 8. And I can kill both of his creatures. So... my play is, like, kill both of his creatures. And then I can swing for 4. And then he plays Shield Mage. So I swing, he blocks the Scourge Colony and takes 2. That seems not good enough. He'll get to loot. Alright. I mean, he can loot, but... next turn, if I swing, he takes 2. Block here, takes 2, 5. He takes 6 if he loots. Nice. This is a good hand. The copycat. wonder what he's splashing. Nothing? Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay. I think this means that I want a mage duel. Or do I not want to? No, I want to. It's a spell for the Emeritus, but we have Emeritus into Serpentine Curve into Leyline Invocation, and like we have spells. I might even play the Zoomancy Professor first. At this point I think I can offer the trade. Because if he spends his mana, then I can just... Alright. If he spends his mana to do something with that, like, then I can freely tap out for Archmage Emeritus, I think. Okay. That's his whole turn. Alright. I mean, I think I'm just gonna play it again. I think I'm gonna save the mage duel. I don't like the look of him having 5 open mana and 4 cards in hand. What has he got? Creative Outburst? Just trying to make this into a 6/6. Like, if he taps out, I got some bad news for him in the form of fucking up whatever he plays. If it's a spell, I guess we have a little bit more issues. But we're playing like... yeah, I'll block that. Nice. I mean, he was, what, 2 land away from that being a 6/6? He's going to get land? Alright, sure. I can't really see that being better than what we're gonna do. He's gonna even give me a land? Nice, makes my invocation bigger. He gave me a forest. I guess maybe he only had 2 mountains. Okay, so... he... definitely can counter this. Wait, let me get in for one. If he counters this... oh, he does not have counter. Okay. Absolutely does not. What I really feel like he didn't need to discard this masterpiece. I'm kind of confused about that. So I can Mage Duel here. Sure. Is this just... I mean, I don't understand why. He should not have discarded that elemental masterpiece. Excuse me. Yeah, good night, bud. Alright. Quandrix, baby. Quandrix. Quandrix is my new favorite deck. It's my new favorite deck, 'cause we're doing good. I feel like I could have had a little bit more excitement that game about what was going on, but I think in my head it was just like he had no... He had nothing to do... there was nothing he could really do against me. This is a bad hand. Okay. Burt Macklin. Sure. Hmm. So the biomathematician allows me to have block options. But then I won't have land to play my professor. I'm playing this over the land because I think that giving myself block options is better, because I think that this guy's deck is trying to do some menace early damage. He's playing menace for a reason, so that later he can play his owl and shield mages and swing at us in the air over top of these guys that won't be able to block later. If we draw a land, our Null Professor is still good. If we don't draw a land, we can divide by 0 whatever his biggest thing is, if we want to, or we can just play for a land. Okay. So, what was the second thing that he did? He only did one thing? Okay, so I don't think I... Alright, so is it worth it for me to... No, I think I just do this. I don't think... Alright, well, I'm gonna attack with everything. Nice. There's our, divide by 0 target. Oh my god. Sure. Sure. Okay. That's fair. I should have played the environmental sciences first. Yeah. Seems like he should have killed the 1-3. Oh wait, he couldn't. That is a Killian. Oh wait. So I can field trip and ditch this forest. I don't need another forest, do I? Oh. Yeah, I still get to learn. I want to double block that. I think I'm still gonna double block it. That only kills one of our guys. I guess this stays alive. So 1-for-1 with the Defiance and our 2-2. Sure. It does make that thing bigger, but okay, so now he's tapped out. Alright. Fucking finally. Wait, hold on. Don't want to do that. I want to do this first. That shit annoying. Get it the fuck out of here. Okay. Alright. Fuck, we can't learn? Fuck. Uh, cool. This fucking sucks. Yeah. Whew. God, he's been on 3 mana like all game. Alright. That sucks actually. Okay. I'm still gonna block the 2-1, I don't care about this getting 1 bigger. We're still definitely in a tough position. Oh, he doesn't swing with anything? Nice. Alright, so this gets rid of the Laureate and a 2-1. This is an instant. I have to do it. Oh, no way. That's wild that that still worked. That's super wild that that still worked. I even targeted it first. I guess they die at the same time. Alright. It's in for 3. Gross. Gross. Oh, this is great. So he's tapped out, so I guess I fight now. Do I fight the Stonerise Spirit? don't think so. Jeez. So, no attacks. Ooh, that's gonna be good. How are we swinging here? Just the 9/9 probably. That's actually not even that good. Okay. I should have played this first. Oh, that is a woo! That's one, but not two. Oh, I will block with. Wait, hold on. I don't think. No, wait, no, that's fine. There isn't anything that can do death touch, so. Wait! Oh no! I killed myself with Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Oh no, I'm so stupid. I could have lived with 1 health. Oh well. Gosh darn it. I was too excited. I was like, put as many blockers as you can. We can't take any more damage, and I killed myself. I could have taken 3 and won the game. Oh man, I'm so stupid. Oh, Lord, 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 what is wrong with me sometimes? We all make mistakes. I still want to get 7 wins with this deck. I still think it's possible. This hand is bad. Okay, so I think this is a little out of reach. Cool. So if they burn our Scourge Colony, We'd rather them kill our Scourge colony than our Zimone. So the trick that gets us is +2/+0 first strike and make a token, or +3/+1 trample. The 3/+1 trample doesn't get us. Okay, so he wanted to. I mean, sure. Sure. I want to learn. Alright. So I think I'll divide this by 0. I think it's enough of a value to slow him down. I have Aether Helix in our hand too. Alright, cool. If he kills the Zimone, we'll Aether Helix it back, or we have the option to. So we can Aether Helix now, or Pop Quiz, and use Zimone's ability, which I think is a little better. This also makes them question what we have. Okay. That's not great for us. How good are pests right now? They're okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 land in hand. I think we want to get rid of a land. Get rid of a forest. Nice. Does he have some response to this? Seven land. We're gonna take a big hit. He puts the counters on that, we'll take one big hit. Eight puts me down to 6. I don't want to go to 6. Oh, that's fantastic draw. Do I want to do it though? Probably. Not gonna fucking tap like that though. That's for damn sure. I don't know. I fucking I guess this is safer. Alright, cool. Okay. Gosh, we're okay. That's just terrifying, but we definitely should have brought our Zimone back. I mean, I don't know. If they have more flyers, I mean, I think we still win the long game. Interesting that they would get rid of their pillar drop warden. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is our 8th land. Here comes 13. With trample. He has to block. Doesn't really matter what he blocks. Alright. We got there. So it was better for us to take the Scared Colony. Interesting. I guess if we hadn't drawn the 8th land, it's debatable. Good hand is good. Need another land, but that's okay. Hmm. So they could, what could they be holding? Like curate? We don't have any land to play with our Zamone anyway. Oh, I guess they could be holding cancel. Alright, we're off to a good start here. Hmm. So I can play Zamone, which I think I'll do. What would I discard? Guess discarding Biomathematician's like not the worst. Holding Decisive Denial and then having it do nothing seems kind of bad, but adding a 1-2 to the board also seems not that great. We have to discard if we draw a land, though. Gosh, he's got so much mana. Thank God. Alright, so... the Biomathematician doesn't actually help us fight. Do we want the Pest Summoning? Hmm. Creative Outburst, here comes. Creative Outburst. Same thing. So... pay 2. Get a land. Put it in play. Have 3 mana. Pay 2. Mage Duel. Can't mage duel the Storm Killing Artist. A2. Take 4. Play Ion Mathematician. Oh, we need Island. So I think we just hold. Sure. How did that work? Wait. Oh, okay. So he made the treasure and it turned into a 5. Alright. So we have 6 mana. Next turn we take 7. Alright, so I can do this. If we pop quiz, I can mage duel if I get a land, but it has to be green. It's not green. Take the pest summoning this time. Yeah, we take 4 here. Alright. So we take 7. Gross. This is only ever going to be a chumper, but we can Aether Helix that next turn. I mean, I think it's still worth a chumping. So we can do this, and then we can't mage duel. So we can Kelpie Guide. We have 6 mana. What do we have in our graveyard? Do we have any land in here? No. We can Kelpie Guide Mage Duel. Take 5 still. We can Pest Summoning Kelpie Guide. Then we take 7. Aether Helix, Mage Duel. But Mage Duel doesn't have a target. I think it's Kill Guide. And then Mage Duel. But we still take 5. Like, what the fuck? So, they won. Okay. Alright, 5 wins. It pays for another draft. I'm happy with that. I will take that. We are getting better at Strixhaven. This was probably one of our better decks. Just a little bit more greedy. This was actually, you could maybe say that it was a little greedier than it should have been. I definitely think we could have gotten rid of the explosive welcome, but it would have been good in our deck. We really just needed reach. Honestly, we could probably have dropped the explosive welcome and taken the Cogwork Archivist. But that just kind of like stalls. That doesn't really win the game. And then how do we win? Eh, I'll take the 5 wins. I'm happy with it. I'll put it on YouTube. Proud of myself. Proud of the deck we made. Proud of our draft. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great night.